Okay, so let's unpack this. When you look at the specs for the Kramer WM-8D, you realize pretty quickly that the word speaker is doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
It really is. I mean, we're looking at the data sheet from HDTV Supply, and sure, physically it's a box. It pushes air.
Right.
But functionally,
Yeah.
it's closer to a server that just happens to have a woofer attached to it.
That is exactly the mission for this deep dive. We have to figure out at what point an audio device stops being an instrument and starts being an IT asset.
Yeah,
Because looking at this with the Dante networking and the onboard processing, this is not something you just plug into a stereo receiver.
not at all. In fact, if you even tried to wire this like a traditional speaker, you'd have, well, nowhere to put the copper wire.
Right, let's start there then. The connectivity. This thing runs entirely on PoE power over Ethernet.
Exactly. It uses a single RJ45 connector,
Right.
your standard internet jack. So you run one Cat6 cable to the unit, and that one cable carries your digital audio signal through the Dante protocol, plus all the electricity needed to drive the actual sound.
I want to pause on Dante for a second, because that's a term we see a lot in commercial AV. For anyone who doesn't know, that's pretty much just audio over IP, right?
That's the quick definition, yes. So instead of these heavy analog cables running all the way back to a rack somewhere, your audio is just data packets flying over the same network switches you use with your email. And because this Kramer unit supports PoE, PoE plus Harry, and even PoE plus plus Harry, it just auto-negotiates how much juice it needs.
Which implies there's an amplifier inside the speaker itself.
It's a fully active system, yes. But it goes a lot deeper than just amplification. That high-performance label on the spec sheet is mostly about the internal DSP, the digital signal processing.
And usually DSP is a separate, really expensive box in a server room somewhere that tunes the room audio.
Right. But here, that brain is distributed. Each and every speaker has its own processor handling parametric EQ, high and low pass filters, delay, limiting.
So it's making all these granular decisions about audio quality right there at the edge of the network.
Exactly.
That seems like it could be a double-edged sword, though. I mean, it offers a ton of control, sure, but doesn't that make the setup way more complex?
Well, it shifts the complexity. You don't have to balance a massive central rack anymore. But yeah, you do need to configure each endpoint.
I see.
Although looking at the hardware, they have tried to make the physical installation pretty straightforward.
I did see that, the easy mount bracket.
Yeah, standard stuff for wall mounting, vertical, horizontal corners. But the really telling detail for me is that it includes 75mm VM mounting threads.
The same standard for computer monitors.
Precisely. It's a subtle signal that this belongs on the IT infrastructure side of the building, not just the decor side. It's built to UL 1480A standards, uses V0 flame retardant materials. It's all designed to live in commercial ceilings and boardrooms safely.
Speaking of commercial spaces, there's one feature here that I genuinely wish every single network device had. The Find Me tone.
I had a feeling you'd like that one. It is an absolute lifesaver for installers.
It's such a simple problem. You're in a huge auditorium, you see an IP address on your laptop screen, but you have no idea which of the 50 speakers on the wall it belongs to.
Right. So instead of climbing a ladder to check a serial number, you hit a button in the Kramer software, and that specific speaker just emits a little buzzing tone.
You just follow the sound, and there it is. It connects the digital management to the physical reality, just immediately.
It's brilliant.
It is brilliant. But let's talk about the physical reality of the sound, though. We've established it's a computer. Is it a good speaker?
The specs are respectable. It's a two-way system. You've got an 8-inch polypropylene woofer and a 1-inch liquid-cooled tweeter. It hits a max peak sound pressure level, or SPL, of 105 decibels.
That's loud. That's like shouting over a crowded bar loud.
Easily. It's plenty for a boardroom or a lecture hall.
Okay, now, the price tag. HDTV Supply lists it discounted, around $619. That feels steep for a single wall speaker, at least if you're comparing it to home audio gear.
It is, but you have to check your math there. You aren't buying a separate amplifier. You aren't buying a separate DSP processor.
Right.
You're not buying a heavy gauge copper cabling. When you factor in the labor savings of just snapping in one Ethernet cable, the whole value proposition just shifts.
So it's about the total cost of ownership, not just the unit price.
Exactly. It's an infrastructure play.
Which I think brings us right back to that central tension. This Kramer WM-8D is really blurring the lines. It's an audio device, but it lives on the network. It has an IP address. It gets firmware updates.
And that's the real takeaway here. As we move to these intelligent endpoints, the audio technician is becoming a network administrator. The speaker is just another node on the LAN.
Which leaves us with a question to chew on. If your speaker is a computer that can be pinged, updated, and managed remotely, are we ready for the day our sound systems need antivirus software?
Let's hope not.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the next Deep Dive.